On consumer responsibility, the penny still hasn't dropped for many consumers. I was browsing reactions to the Lost Records reviews this morning and couldn't believe what I was reading. The reviews aren't that great. I'll wait for episode 2. I was interested, but I'm gonna pass. These sentiments coming from self selecting consumers who are presumably interested in its themes and would claim to be supportive of its developer, but who are still withholding commitment. First off, they don't owe you anything. I mean, you need to make something they actually want. Second off, did you really think there was an audience for that crap? Who are you listening to? To reiterate, as a consumer, these are the ways you support a product. Yeah, you hear that? Listen to this guy lecture you on how to be a good consumer. Buy it full price, ideally pre-ordering it and ideally buying the deluxe version. I do that with hentai games if it's from a circle that I really like. Like if I have the ability to pre-order, I'll give them money. But AAA gaming, no. So AAA games are put on the wish list and wait for a 75% off sale. Indie games, hentai games, those are buy it at full price. Well, play it. How do you play a walking simulator? Like, how do you play a movie? And get other people to buy and play it. You know how you could do that organically? Just make a good game. Notice that Black Myth Wukong didn't have any problem getting people to buy it at full price and play it and recommend it to other people. Notice that Power World didn't have that problem. Maybe if you made something good that people actually wanted, you wouldn't have this problem either. Anything else pales in significance to those 3 things. You have to support what you want to see. Now, this is true, though. This is objectively true. You have to support what you want to see. And that's why we're seeing like way more fucking fan service, because what a shock. That's what people are willing to spend money on. This is particularly true if you're advocating for niche or varied types of release. What you say or post does not matter. What you do, and especially what you spend, does. Thank you. So are you finally starting to realize that the modern audience is nothing but a bunch of internet slacktivists? And they were never going to give you money anyway? Wake the fuck up. If you want more of a certain type of game or theme or protagonist, you cannot afford to fence it. You must buy. This is true. But like we've been telling you, the modern audience is only 697 people. See, the reason I'm reading this, the reason I'm so glad this is happening is this is definitely a step up from when they were blaming us. So, like, they would tell us in no uncertain terms, this isn't for you. We don't want your money. We don't want Nazis playing our game. So they tell us to go fuck ourselves. And then when their game flops, it's because of those misogynist neckbeard incels that our game failed. Oh, you mean the same ones that you told to fuck off? Okay. You guys are a special breed of, well, special. So this is a step in the right direction. At least now they're admitting that, the chuds weren't going to buy this game anyway. So, hey, modern audience, all of you guys that send Twitter bots to boost our posts, to get us hundreds of thousands of likes when we say things you agree with? Why you no buy? Why can't we get a single sale from you? They're finally starting to ask the right questions. In the case of Lost Records, the developer DOESN has lost 90% of its market cap over the past 5 years. Well, maybe if they made something good, that wouldn't be happening. So it has done everything that advocates and activists have clamored for during that period to consistent commercial failure, including the pretty good Banishers. It's not like people like us haven't been telling them they were being regarded. So they chose this. Fuck them. We've been screaming at these idiots for how many decades now that you don't pander to the fucking tourists. They're not going to buy your game anyway. Well, you're just a loud vocal minority. Get out of here, Chud. It's not for you. It's not the 2000s anymore, Chud. You need to accept that there's women in gaming now. You know what? Never mind. Keep doing what you do. I don't think you're going far enough. You know what would really show the chuds like me? If every game was like Dustborn. Oh, yeah, that would show us. If it doesn't get a hit soon, it'll have to lay more people off and will go out of business. So we got a developer that's making games nobody wants for an audience that doesn't exist that's going to go out of business. Good. They're supposed to go out of business. And then those same people were mourn and decry the state of games industry or the dearth of diverse female protagonists, to which the only possible retort should be, did you buy Lost Records at launch? Now, again, this I agree with. Now, hopefully developers are learning. Like, yeah, don't listen to these people. Maybe you should listen to the people that actually give you money. Gotcha games do that, and that's why they make the fucking $1 billion a year. You think they'd be making that kind of money if they catered to global audiences? Oh, fuck no. See, gotcha whales are willing to put their money where their mouth is, so that they get catered to. That's how it works. So at the same time, a lesson for companies across media about who and what to value. Thank you! Yeah, maybe you should have valued the toxic chuds you drove away. Because it turns out they were 100% of your income. And you told them to go fuck themselves. None of these corpos that are going out of business deserve any sympathy. They did this to themselves. They told us in no uncertain terms they don't want our money. They don't want us as customers. Fair enough. Don't cry to me when you go out of business then. And what people say means nothing. A criticism from someone is meaningless if they don't routinely spend money and time on your products. These fucking highly regarded individuals are finally catching up to what we've been telling them for over a decade. And now it's too late for most of them. Because most of them have been driving their customers away for so long that they're not going to come back, even if they do course correct. Take Book Talk romancy books. That's an area that's consistently mocked and derided. Those opinions mean nothing. What matters? The people spending hundreds of dollars a year on books. Likewise, core fans of a genre property are more valuable than a speculative viewer who might watch if you changed X or Y. You cannot afford to alienate a consumer spending hundreds a year on your IP. Yes! And again, we've been telling you this exact thing for over a decade. And you've been driving us away. It's funny that they always learn after it's too late. Just like women after hitting the wall, they learned, maybe instead of focusing on my career and girl bossing, I should have had a family. Yeah, too late now. No way to turn that clock back. Because there's nothing here to disagree with. This is 100% true. This is the lesson we've been trying to get in through the thick skulls of these fucking idiots for over a decade. And now that it's too late, they're finally learning it. Dude, I'm going to laugh so hard as all of you go out of business because you've earned it. And so it is with games. The most valuable consumers are those who spend the most time and money playing games, especially games within a genre. Yeah. You mean like the straight men that are willing to spend hundreds of dollars on sexy fan service gotchas? Imagine if you were appealing to them. Robin Boyar at GDC wrote an excellent post last week on target audience, and I would add an additional question. What do people who spend over $250 a year of games and spend over 100 hours a year on our genre think? Why 250? Because unless you are FromSoft or Larian, it's naive to think that someone who buys 3 games a year is going to make your game one of the 3. Yep. Again, this whole target audience thing they're now talking about, this is basic economics right here. This isn't even game industry exclusive. Target audience is just basic bitch economics 101. This is the intro to economics class you take. It is so basic, it literally just counts as common sense. And these fucking idiots have been ignoring it for so long. They thought that they could change us. See, most of these people are legitimately stupid. Like they are easily manipulated by the media. So they just assumed, like they projected that onto us. Oh, if we just flood these toxic chuds with right side of history content, we can change the culture. No, all you did was you drove everyone away from you, and they continued with the same culture they've always had somewhere else. You're the ones that drove all the money to gacha games. You're the ones that drove all the money to Korea and China. Korea and China wouldn't be anywhere near as big as they are now if the industry was healthy, because they would have no void in the market that they could fill, that they could explode into. Yeah, instead, all of these corpos, all of these people, they told their small niche target audience, you are the problem. If you weren't here, if it wasn't for you toxic chuds, we could have the wider audience. We just need to get rid of you because you're the ones that are keeping them away. So now they don't have their target audience or the wider audience. Congratulations, you idiots played yourselves. I'm looking forward to when they finally learn and they start trying to actually make games for us toxic chuds again. Mostly because like I get a really good laugh just imagining some blue-haired mental illness haircut weirdo working on jiggle physics for a sexy, scantily clad, like string bikini wearing female character with Z-cup boobs bouncing everywhere. And then they're going to lose their job anyway because we can get all that better from China and Korea anyway. Oh, it's going to be so much schadenfreude, man. I'm going to enjoy the next few years. Now, look, I had fun last year at all the slop flopping and all the cancellations and woke studios going out of business. This year, they're turning it up to 11. I'm having even more fun. I think it's going to get even better next year. Yeah, they wouldn't be doing it in good faith. Oh, and that's exactly why I'm not going to support them, even if they do go back to making things I'd want. Because I know damn well that they don't actually like this stuff. They don't want to make it. They don't want to give it to me, but they're being forced to. So while I'm going to get a lot of enjoyment just imagining some fucking woke creep being forced to work on things they despise for an audience they despise to be able to keep feeding themselves, I'm still not going to support them because I know that's the kind of people they got working there. Like they drove away everyone that had legitimate passion. I'm going to go support the indie studios that were started by all of the developers they drove away. That's where my money's going to go. All the rest of you guys just go bankrupt. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and they'd sabotage it again anyway. Oh, 100%. Like, until there's some gatekeeping and these fuckers are kept out, yeah, you know they're waiting for their time to sabotage. So just sit back and enjoy the show. Like this isn't my industry anymore. Fuck it. They chased me away years ago, and now they're gonna beg me to come back and save them. Nope. You wouldn't want my Nazi money anyway, so have fun.